Alright guys, what is going on? So today I'm going to show you how to convert from halogen, which are the OEM headlights. So you're going to convert from halogen headlights to LED headlights. Now they're going to get a very similar output to HID, except you're not going to get any warm-up time, and it's going to be instant on. So it's going to be a lot brighter, going to be a much better, much safer option as opposed to the OEM halogen headlights. And here they are. I'm going to have a link down in the description for these particular headlights on eBay, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this is really just for comparison's sake. This is what the OEM headlights look like on the bike. These are, like I said, stock halogen lights. So showing you this image right before we install, and then whenever we're done installing, I'm going to show you the same image only with the LED headlights. And halfway through, I'll turn on one LED with one halogen so you can see the difference there. But this is what the stock OEM halogen headlights look like. Alright, so the first thing you need to do the installation is obviously remove your halogen headlight. Now, this is where your headlight is, but you're actually not going to see this whenever you remove whatever fairings you have to get to your headlight. You're going to have what's called a heat sink. It's basically either a rubber or a plastic cover that you can just twist off. Mine's already removed because you have to cut a hole in that heat sink in order to install this LED light. So, literally just going to twist on or twist off. So, first thing you gotta do is this little clip right here. Just gonna push it down, pull it over, and then that frees your bulb. And then after that, you just remove the bulb from the plug. And now you're ready to go ahead and start your LED installation. Alright, now so before you actually go ahead and install the lights, I'm gonna go ahead and take you through and show you what exactly comes in the box. So when you open the box, you're gonna see multiples of 3 different things. So these right here, these are your actual LED light bulbs. These are the actual bulbs that are going to be outputting the light. When you put those in, on the back of those, you have to screw in a cooling fan. This right here is the cooling fan. It's going to screw on right to the back of here. That is exactly why you have to cut the hole in your heat sink, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And this is going to be your ballast. This is going to be the thing that regulates everything power-wise and make sure that your bulb is running correctly. So now that we showed you this, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take you through the install on the left side, okay? Alright, now obviously your first step in installing a light bulb is to put in the light bulb. So you're going to put it in exactly like the halogen was in. So you're going to put it in, bring the clasp around, and lock it down. Now that's in there. So then you're going to take your cooling fan right here. Take this cooling fan and literally going to screw it on to the back. It's going to get a little annoying with the wires, and you actually do have to screw it on there for quite a bit to get it on there. And you're not going to want to stop until you get this legitimately tight, because this is not something you want coming loose while you're riding the bike. Alright, nice and tight on there. Now you're going to want to go ahead and throw back on your heat sink. Now that's what it's going to look like whenever your heat sink is installed. Now the first thing you're going to notice is probably this little open space here on the sides. So as of right now, that's how I'm going to run it for the next day or so. This fan is 100% weatherproof, so you don't have to worry about any water or anything damaging that. But you're not going to want to get any water inside of your actual headlamps. So I'm probably just going to go get a little rubber plunger and epoxy it onto my heat sink, just so it'll create a little lip right around the base of the fan. It won't allow any water to get in. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't have anything with me, and I obviously already have my headlights taken out and a hole in my heatsink, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in like this. But if you do this install, I would definitely advise you to get a little rubber plunger to epoxy onto your heatsink, just so you can create a somewhat watertight seal around this so you don't get anything inside of your headlamps. But this is what it looks like once you get your fan installed, and now you just gotta find a place to Velcro or stick the ballast and connect it up, and then we're gonna go ahead and fire the lights up. Alright guys, so this is the last piece of the install. This is going to be your ballast. Now basically with this, you're just going to want to find somewhere to secure it down. I'm probably going to be throwing it on the inside of my front fairing. I'm just going to take some industrial strength Velcro, put a patch on the back, patch on the fairing, and I'll be good to go. Now, it's going to have 3 connectors on it. So this is going to plug in to where your normal stock halogen bulb plugged into, and then I believe this one is going to plug into the fan, and this one into the actual LED bulb, or vice versa, either way. They're very easy to tell which ones plug into what, as none of them look similar. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So we're going to go over, I'm going to show you guys how to throw it on and connect it, and then we'll do a first fire up of the bulb. Alright, so here we got the ballast. We're going to go ahead and make the connections. So this is going to be the connector that your stock halogen bulb went to. Just going to plug those in. Then you're going to take the next connector, which is going to go onto here. Just make sure that those right there, these little plugs, you're just going to make sure that those are actually going in. You don't want to bend anything. Now once those are connected, you're just going to slide down this little piece right here. You're going to tighten it down. It's going to tighten down that whole connection. And then your last piece is just here to here. And then you're all set. So, like I said, I'm going to take this ballast and probably stick it up right inside of here with a piece of Velcro. It'll be covered by the fairing that actually sits right here on my bike, so it won't be able to be seen, won't be able to get hit with any water or anything else like that. So yeah, just use a little piece of not double side, but a piece of like industrial strength Velcro. I'm just gonna make sure that we get all these wires free and away from the forks, so nothing's going to be getting pulled on, and you'll be all set. Now let's flip over to the front. We're going to show you a comparison between the stock bulb and the LED bulb that we just installed. Alright, so now that we have the LED headlight installed on the low beam side, we're going to go ahead and fire it up, and we're going to go back and forth between low beam and high beam so you can see the difference in the halogen and the LED. Alright, so as you can see, hopefully you guys can see this, because you can't see it near as drastically as I can when you're looking through this. Now, if you look, the low beam is on the left side, which is the LED. The right side is the high beam. I'm going to go flick in and out on the high beam so you guys can see how much more white this is. This is pure white. This is all yellow, ugly halogen nastiness. So just look at the difference right there. Just look at how different that is. So much more of a pure white light coming out of the LED than it is the halogen. Huge difference, huge difference. Now, I wanted to give you guys a comparison of the LED and halogen at night. Unfortunately, I need to get these installed now. It's starting to get dark, but it's not really dark. That's why you can't see too big of a difference. But I will be showing you guys exactly what the LEDs are going to look like at night once it gets dark and I have both of them installed. Alright, so I just finished the install on the right side, which is the high beam. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to turn it back on again so you guys can see what they look like completely installed on the bike. Alright, so it's the low beam, high beam. As you can see, extremely bright. So yeah, look at that. Extremely bright. These are 6000K. That's the equivalent to 6000K HID. So you're going to get a slight blue tint. But right now, with it not completely dark outside, I'm getting a very, very pure white. Bring you over here to the high beam side and you can see it is blindingly bright. It's not completely dark yet, and you can see just how much it lights up the trash cans in the front of my driveway. It's insanely bright. Amazing product. I highly recommend it, and I think anyone should give it a try. It's a lot cheaper than HID, instant on, unlike HID, and I mean really, just look at that. Blinds you. Absolutely blinding. So, for me, I think it's great. I love it. I recommend it. Link to order this exact kit is going to be down in the description. And hope you guys enjoyed the how-to. Have a good one, guys. Peace! Brake lever is really quick. If you look right here, there's just one bolt on the bottom, one screw on top, and this is on a... You act like your legs are all crunched up on the back. They are not.
They're not crunched at all. I'm sitting this like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. What the...